came back. I wasn't going to go live, but since I'm sitting here weaving, I might as well do it live, right? I wish I could zoom in, but it doesn't let me zoom in. So I'm doing the loops. And they're going to go somewhere around this. I'm following a tutorial. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do the same thing, do this while I'm on live. I have no idea. I'm following a wire wrap pendant tutorial by Kelly Jones Jewelry. That's all I know. And I'm using an awl because I want to make the loops perfect. I don't want to waste a stone and do something messed up. So I'm using the bottom of the awl to make my loops just about the same size. If they're off a hair, I don't think anyone's really going to notice. And I'm not sure how many of these I have to do because I turned the video off while I was busy doing this. So I guess if I get in trouble for having a video on, I guess I'm going to get in trouble for it. But I like using the awl because it's given me a nice even pattern. Hold on, I gotta go one more time. I wish I could get closer. That's as close as I could get. So it's I forget what I've seen this called. I don't know if it's a lace wrap. I forget what it's called. I just need to make something. I got a slice of meatloaf heating up in the oven. I got that oven heating up my kitchen. Turn the heater off. I figured out I still have to turn it on to get hot water to get when I want to get a shower and do my dishes. I could boil some water and put it in the sink, but I think I'm going to have to. It's just that I need to make what I have a little over a quarter tank, and I got to make that last till next fall. And it's April. So I'm just gonna have to get crafty here. I doubt I could put a hot water heater in myself. I have an oil burner and I don't know how that works or how it gets hooked up, or I don't understand any of that. I might look in my homesteading book and see if there's anything else I can come up with. Maybe on my own or something. But I doubt it. No. Wait, does that have 3? I'm trying to do 3 on each. That one has 4. That one has 4. They must have 3. Okay. I got to get used to this. I've never done anything the easy way. But I am grateful that I get to stay home and make things, so you just have to wing it a little bit. On the survival end, I bet a lot of people are doing that these days, really. Makes me think back to the stories of my dad and mom growing up in the Depression, the Great Depression. One, two, three. It'd be nice if I had something to hold the awl, but it's the first time I'm doing this, so I thought the awl would make them even. I think I forgot to put a title on this. Nobody comes and looks at my page anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's just something for me to do. What can I say? We have to occupy ourselves, I guess, when we get old. Find things to do. It's funny. I always thought I was going to have a house full. It didn't turn out that way. Well, at least they all know how to take care of themselves. That's the main thing. I always tried to teach them in case something happened to me. I wanted to make sure they knew how to take care of themselves. Okay. I don't know how many of these I need to do for my project here. But let me just see. We'll go there, there. Oh, you know what? I think I just did the last loop. All right. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but I'm going to turn this video back on so I can see what she's doing.
And I'll explain why in just a moment.
Excuse me.
It might take a few goes to get it right and to get it neat. I've been weaving Viking knit all day. I'll say that again. I've been weaving Viking knit all day, so it's kind of got used to doing all the little loops and that.
Okay.
I need that to be the length of the stone, sort of. So this needs to go behind the stone, so it's got to go on the back of the stone.
It has to go on the back? I thought it went on the front. It's going on the back. I guess I work over to the front. I don't know.
So when we get to here, when we get to the end of the stone, we're going to put a loop in the wire. You can use your own nose pliers to do this if you want to, or you can just use your fingers. Just going to put like a nice tidy loop in there.
I think I gotta push my wire.
That'll come out the one end of the stone.
Wow.
And then carry on wrapping around with your wire.
Shucks.
I'm just going around the loop.
Shucks. I think I did it wrong. I just kept going. Oh man. And I was trying to do so good. Darn it. So
again, try and get the loops the same size. If you want to, you can use your round nose pliers.
I did get it the same size. I did really good.
He's my miracle child. So how does your miracle child get cancer?
Oh,
How does that happen?
God bless him.
Just to get the shape right, just go around your
Overly
ears.
acidic body causes cancer. It's all these crazy things in our food these days. So, do I really need to make that loop?
Take your time to get the loop the right shape.
Or can I just go straight around? Maybe I don't need to make that crazy loop she's got there. She's got like a circle loop because her stone is not round. Oh boy. Shoot.
We're going to keep going until we've reached the other end of the stone. So if we put the point where the loop is, this has got to come around the stone this way.
Oh boy. What am I doing? I don't know.
So we're going to keep going until we've reached the bottom, shape the wire.
I think we're going to be winging it again.
Need to be behind the stone, so you
I
can
try
just
so
see the
hard to
loop at the
follow
bottom.
directions.
And your two wires coming out the top there. So if we turn it over from the back, I can hold it.
Her stone's a lot little too.
We've got the shape.
Hers is like a triangle.
Yeah,
Son of a bee.
It down more.
What am I supposed to do with this now? Damn it. I thought it was going around the front of it. What the hell? I think I gotta watch more of her
I'm going to take a
tutorial.
repeat off both ends of the wire.
Denise, what are you doing? What have you done now?
Make sense in a moment. So we took a repeat off this one, and on this one I just slid them down a little bit because you can move them along.
Oh my gosh.
So that like outer frame is inside the stone. If it's on the edge of the stone, then your stone's going to fall straight through. It's the base wire that we're looking at, not the weaving wire. It all needs to be inside that stone shape. The top here.
Oh, there's no way that's going to fit inside my stone. Oh my God. What have I done? Oh no.
So now both wires go up next to each other.
I think I need to undo the end loop.
You just weave across the two wires. As they weave is simply 3 wraps around both wires, 3 wraps around the bottom wire. And we repeat that. So I've done 6 repeats, and we'll leave that alone and we'll come back to it later. Turning back to the front, we need to pull all these wires up now so that they come out. Because they're the base of the wraps that's going to hold the stone on.
It's too high. I should have took another one down. All right. Well, we're going to take another one off.
So this weaving wire that's attached to the top, I'm going to leave about 12 inches on there so we can add more to that weave.
I'll try to make it a little neater. Now
you need to cut your wire off your bobbin. I've cut 25 inches. 25 inches, which is about 64 centimetres. You're going to attach to
oh my God, she weaved it already.
Curls here. We'll attach the tail around.
All right, let's go back. I have to do that a lot.
Let me repeat that.
I have to keep going back and back and back.
6
okay. we're gonna do our best here. It's an adventure. So let's secure that one, 2. I think 2 will secure that for now. So how the frick is she weaving that? 3 wraps around the top wire, not the bottom wire. I think I moved it forward a little too far. So she was saying do this and then flip them around. All these are going to get flipped around to the front of the stone and come around the edge. And look, I still am up above a little bit. I don't know.
I think I'm going to take a repeat off both ends of the wire. It'll all make sense in a moment. So I took a repeat off this one, and on this one, I just
she made a
slid them down
loop
a
at
little
the
bit.
top
You can
before.
move them along.
So I may end up
So
having
that,
to make a
like,
bail.
out of frame is inside the stone. If it's on the edge of the stone, then your stone's going to fall straight through. It's the base wire that we're looking at, not the weaving wire.
It's not going to
It all
fall
needs
through.
to be inside that stone shape. At the top here, we need to bend the wire up.
So I got no loop for a bell. Oy.
So now both wires go up next to each other. Just weave across the 2 wires. As they meet. Weave is simply 3 wraps around both wires, 3 wraps around the bottom wire. And we repeat that. So I've done 6 repeats, and we'll leave that alone and we'll come back to it later.
2.
Turning back to the front, we need to pull all these wires up now
3.
so they come out.
All right. I gotta stop her. Stop.
Base.
I've got to stop her, and now I have to weave this. So we got 3. 1, 2. I don't know what she did, if she did 2 or 3.
Of the wraps that's going to
Show
hold
me,
the
show me,
stone
show me.
on.
Okay, she's got 3 and 3. So 1 more. Wait. Let's straighten this out. 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm still missing that loop at the other part though. I'm terrible at following tutorials. Oh, I'm just used to winging everything in life. What can I say? Remember that band Winger? Showing my age now. Winger, Whitesnake, Yngwie Malmsteen. Oh yeah. Phil Collins. Okay. What time is it? It is, let's see, 1:45. 49 on the East Coast. One, two, three. Oh, I'm sorry. Not that anybody's paying attention, but I'm out of frame. How could you? How could you, Denise? Always thinking of yourself. I'm starting to learn to think of myself as what's happening here. I'm used to thinking of everyone else. I've been trying my best for the last couple years to think of myself. It's different. I'm actually think I didn't want to take anything on the road and try to sell it. But I have so much, and depending how much tables cost, I may venture out and maybe do a couple events. I figured maybe I would meet some new people. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of afraid of the world now. With all the things happening in our country, I just not sure I want to go out there. I mean, I have protection, but I don't ever want to feel like I have to do anything with that. That could cause me problems. I just felt safer staying at home. But I can't help people with the other things that I do if I can't get near people. I do a lot of stuff online, but I had a channel where I was reaching a lot of people and helping, and I think this spammers or the person that I blocked got me banned, and I lost over 5,000 followers. And I started 6 new accounts, but I only have 1,000 top on them, and they don't even know me. I just, trying to add people and get followers. I would love to just stay home, and I teach on Thursday nights. I would love to just stay home and do all my work from my home and help people that way. But I'm lonely. I feel like if I go out, maybe I would meet someone that I could have people of like mind. I'm just worried I won't be serving my life's purpose if I stay in my house till I die. I know I'm probably going to stop dyeing my hair because my kidneys have been hurting me since the last time I dyed my hair. My tests aren't good. I did it to myself. It's my own fault. Just got to get out of fantasy land. That's what I got to do. Stop thinking everybody Everybody's going to be this or that for me when they're going to be nothing for me. Nobody's any fun anymore. I don't know what happened to the world. I just don't. How big do I want my bill? I think I'm pretty close. I think I'm going to turn the video back on and see what she's doing next. I think I have to bend my loops outward now. So she's bending the loops outward.
So this weaving wire that's attached to the top, I'm going to leave about 12 inches on there so we can add more to that weave. You need to cut your wire off your bobbin. I've cut 25 inches, which is about 64 centimetres. We're going to attach to one of these.
It's such a dark stone.
Pearls here. We'll attach
What
the
are you
tail
doing now?
around.
So I got to cut some wire. I'm going to cut a little more than her because my stone's bigger than hers.
So what we're going to do is we're going to add more loops. So bring your wire across into a loop, and then we're going to attach into that one. So you need to take the end of the wire through and around that next wire. And then I'm going to wrap around again. So take the tail end through again.
These are the 9-inch
Oh my God.
professional tailor
How do I
shoes.
do that when I have, oh, it's at the top?
But I'd like to show you how good they are. First, we're going to try to cut through 4 layers of wool.
Wait. See, I screwed up already. I have
With
bought those
ease.
scissors. The Guggenheims are amazing. Get them. Get them. They're worth it. Now, what did she do? Start with a new piece? How'd she get that wire all the way down the bottom of that? What the hell did I miss?
So you've added a little loop there.
$10.25.
So then we're going to scoop around. We're going to add another loop next to it.
Damn it.
So then we're going to attach into here. So pop the end of the wire into there. We're going to pull it all
I
the
need
way
to speed
through.
up and see what she did down here with the end.
I'm going to get to the middle, so I need to wrap around a couple of times.
That's what I gotta do.
The weave the wrong way, so I'm going to put a note on the screen, wire off, and I'm going to join in up here. And I'm just going to add like half. I'm going to go half the way around the stone just to add an extra repeat around that top part. And then I'll be happy that that's secured in place.
So she's capturing the stone with the lace weaving.
So I joined in there.
And
I've done
what are you
this
doing
last
with the
sort
wire at the top?
and around.
I think I should just start with a new.
So then I'll reposition.
I think I should just use a new piece of wire so I don't screw up that wire.
And bring the wire up.
I mean, how much wire could I possibly use to loop the
I'm
front?
not going to get to the middle, so I need to wrap around a couple of times.
I'll take extra just because. Now,
So when you're at the middle there,
where
we
am I
can now
going to
scoop
start this thing?
onto this one, and I'm doing my next row. I'll go all the way around. But you need to position your stone as you go, so it grips onto the stone as you go around. So I've gone along here, and I'm reaching these 2 bottom loops.
So I
here,
need
which is
1 or
the
2
point
rows
of the
before
stone.
I'm secure.
So then I'm repositioning the stone and I'm pulling the sides
Where am I
up.
going to put this wire?
And as you can see here, where the two wires come up on the sides of the stone, I'm going to do a little loop there and join onto that
I'm
one.
not sure how to hook
Reposition your
this up.
stone, you
I'm
can
just going to
see
wrap it around here
whereabouts
for the
these little
moment
gaps have got to fall. So I'm going
and
to
start
attach that
sewing
here,
with this
and
other
then I'll
end.
carry on adding scoops all the way around to the back. So I am now just attaching and looping and scooping. And
She's
I'll come
looping
around
and
the
scooping,
side,
man.
and I really need to hold the stone in now.
She is looping
And I'm
and
going to carry
scooping.
on going around the back, so I'm going to join
She's a
onto that
busy
one,
little bee.
and onto that one,
So
and
I'm
onto
coming
this
up
one.
from
And you just got to
here.
keep going around. And if your stone is a bit bigger in places,
I'm going to put my
like if you're
awl
going
in
around
there.
another point, or
So I'm even
my corner's a
again.
bit bigger on this side, you just need to add
So I'm
more
even
scoops.
Steven.
And then as we get more onto the top of the stone, you'll need to decrease, so you have to have less loops. You're going to have to skip bits so it all tucks in and
What the
holds tight.
F?
But that's really all the direction I can give you. You just need to just keep going around and holding, cupping the stone with these little wire scoops. Keep going.
Okay. So we're using the awl to make even loops. So the first one, I got to pull over to the center. And I just wrapped it around, so I'm just going to continue to do that pattern. And I'm really tearing my nails up. My nails are so thin. I got to stop using them for this. I got to get something to wear on my nails to push with because I'm hurting my nails. So I like things even. Take that out. I don't know how even it's going to look, but we're going to do our best. Yes, we are. If I pull up on the loop with the awl, it'll give it a round shape. I just have to remember to do that with each one. Oh my goodness. Now, this is tedious. Tedious BS. Of course, all wire wrapping is, I guess. Okay. See that? Can you see that? It's not the best looping. I thought it would have been neater. Skeeter. It should have been neater. No matter what I do, I'm getting tangled up here. Okay. Hopefully that meatloaf's going to be ready soon. I don't know how neat looking it's getting. Alrighty then. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the things you get yourself into here, Denise. You know what I'd rather be doing. But instead we're playing with wire. No matter what I do, it just tangles up on every effing thing. Oh my God. Help me, Lord, help me. I'm not even sure if my loops are, if I'm doing it right. I think I'm doing it twice. I don't even remember. I'm not. I should be. I think I did. Yeah, okay. So now we go to the next one. You know what? It's not too bad looking. For an old gal, you're doing pretty good there, lady. And we're learning some new techniques here. Could you imagine trying to put this wire in my sewing machine? Yep, it's the single life. How effing great is that? Guess it's not so bad. I like doing what I want. So I guess it's not so bad after all. How about that? How about that? How about that? She said. She said that. She did. You gotta watch because the wire, if it bends the wrong way, it makes a terrible tight kink, which really sucks because it doesn't look nice. God, I hope that wire don't go up in my light socket. Oh, this metal working. Some of it's so dangerous. I was working with my torch earlier. What a trip. What a trip. All right. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. I remember dancing to that song. Yep. Never guess what business I used to be in. I'll never tell. That's why I find life very boring now, let me tell you. It's a very adventurous life I had. And then you get old. Enjoy it while you're young. You little whippersnappers. Everything changes when you get old. Everything and everybody changes on you. Just when you think you're gonna live happily ever after. Then the world changes. Everything changes. Nothing ever stays the same. It's because we're here to learn lessons. Soul lessons, baby. I guess I'm learning coordination these days. I have to do a past life regression on Friday. I haven't done one of them in a while. I'm certainly going to hope for the best. And if all goes well, I guess it's a new career move that I can get back into. I haven't done it in a long time. But I've been able to do it since I was like 14 years old. So I should still be able to do it. It's just most people don't care about those things, really. Everybody's caught up in the material world. And not that we should be so focused on our past lives, really. I mean, people are curious, but we shouldn't get obsessed with that because we are not here for our past life. We are here for this life. And it's okay to try to find things out that might be interfering with this life. That's okay too. But we just can't get totally obsessed with that. You know? Oh my God, come on now. So I found out one of my past lives, the most recent one, I was a spy, a woman spy in the wartime resistance in Barcelona. And there's another town in Spain. I trained in Barcelona and I think it was Barcelona and Madrid. I'm pretty sure that's the second town. But I was raised in the mountains in Spain. So after I was trained by the wartime resistance, I returned back into the mountains and I brought people through the mountains to safety at night. That was my task for the wartime resistance. I had my guns and my horses. I had long black hair. No wonder I have been dyeing my hair black. My name was Rose, and I used to wear a rose in my hair. And I guess that was my spy name. I'm not sure. I did a little bit of research on it, and there is a lot of women spies back in those days. And I had a customer in Spain. I wanted to get a hold of them and see if they could find anything out about for me, to see if they found out anything about anyone that was well known, named Rose, and who did the job that I did. I was set up by, I guess, the opposite side. If I work for the resistance, it was the opposite side. And I was set up at some point and I was killed by a shotgun. They shot me in the chest. And they killed the man that I was supposed to marry and have my children with. So I think I died fairly young, in my 30s, I think. And I was curious myself if that's why I have had a hard time with my love life. You know, I don't know if that's a thing or not, really. I wanted to go see Alba Weinman. She's the famous lady on YouTube that does the past life regressions. She's got like 700, 800 under her belt. She's been doing it for 30, 40 years. She's incredible. She reminds me of Dolores Cannon. And I actually was on her waiting list, but all that didn't happen. Things kind of went downhill, and I ended up getting a divorce. My husband didn't like me taking care of my family or things like that, so that didn't work out too well. Anyway, I'm not sure. I think I have to do another row. Front or back? Does it matter? Front, back. So we're going to bend these up. I think I'm just winging it. I'll turn that back on, but I'm pretty sure I'm winging it from here on out. So I'll have to attach that last loop through to the next loop. So I'll have to take that back out of there. So I'm going to bring it into this loop. This all's really coming in handy, isn't it? So that loop has to go down and meet that loop. So I'm going to go around and stretch my loops upward and give them each an even loop on the top. Can you see that? Can you see how we're just winging it into action here? I try so hard to follow these directions and I just can't do it. Oh, you dog. Okay, I didn't hurt it. Okay. You know, I don't know that I need to go around again. But how do I'm going to have to watch her finish capturing the stone and see if she does something across the top of it. Do you think that looks fugly? I have to watch, but I'm going to have to go up to the ladies' room for a second quickly. And then I'll come back and turn it back on and see where she is at with everything. So, uno momento, we're going to take a little break. Oh, a little time out for the old lady. Oh, it's getting nice and warm down here. It is. I'm going to plug my fan in to blow this heat upstairs for a minute. Oh, let's get this party started here. Oh, I don't know if I can reach. Let's see. I did. Okay. So, power, speed. All right, so we'll see if we can get that heat going up the steps in a few hours. When I go up, maybe it'll be warm up there. It's getting chilly. I'm afraid of running out of oil. I just realized when I went down today that I don't have very much. Alrighty. Unfortunately, I need to eat something, so I'm going to eat while I work. All right. Look at that baby. Look at that baby. I prep my meatloaf ahead of time. Freeze them slices. All right, I think I have everything I need. Okay, let me sit. Oh, let's see, what time is it now? It's 2:22. Good numbers. Good numbers. The universe is speaking to me. You're probably saying, Denise, why are you still awake? I'm always up late. I usually get to bed. When I get involved in my projects, I usually don't end up in bed till sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning. Because I don't answer to anybody. And I can play all I want to. Pretty soon it'll be garden time. Time to plant more kale. I have second year kale. I still have third year kale out there. I gotta rip that out though. But I have second year kale. Because I do the mean green juicing, which I need to do for my kidneys and liver. Because I'm a diabetic. Stage 2 kidney disease, so I need to reverse my numbers. And I know how to do it. So it'll prolong me for a little while. So I'm going to turn this lady's video on and see what else she's got.
The
Oh,
shape's doing you want. Mine is where your next, like your next.
chicka chicka.
Bring the wire up. And I'm going to carry on going around the back, so I'm going to join onto that one, and onto that one, and onto this one. And you just got to keep going around. And if your stone is a bit bigger in places, like if you're going around another point, or
I think I got it
one
enough.
corner's a bit bigger on the side,
I
you
just want
need
to
to
see
add
what
more
else she does.
scoops. And then as we get more onto the top of the stone, you'll need to decrease, so you'll have to have less loops. You're going to have to skip bits, so it all tucks in and holds tight. But that's really all the direction I can give you. You just need to just keep going around and holding, cupping the stone with these little wire scoops. Keep going around and around, coming up a layer. So I'll come round here, and then I need to come up a layer. Then you add another layer going around, and another one on top of that, until you feel like the stone is held in enough. Do you know what I mean?
Captured, my darling.
To here. And I'll stop because the bottom there, the peak, is trapped in quite nicely, and that doesn't move whatsoever. The top, I've got a little bit of movement, not much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this wire off, and I'm going to join in up here, and I'm just going to add like half. I'm going to go half the way around the stone just to add an extra repeat around that top part, and then I'll be happy that that's secured in place.
I don't think I want to cover that stone with more wire.
So I joined in there, and I've done this last sort of half of a round to here, and I'm going to cut the wire at both ends, and I'm happy now that the stone is held in fully. So just keep going around until your stone is held, and if you need to add any extra bits anywhere, do that. So moving on to the weave, I've actually done the weave the wrong way, so I'm going to put a note on the screen when I tell you to do the weave like earlier on. I want the 3 wraps to be along the bottom, not the top. So I've redone that weave, and I've got 8 repeats of that weave. I'm going to bend it over this way at the base, and I'm going to scoop it over that way. Should probably add more repeats because I want that loop to be quite large. I think I'm going to add some more repeats. Add more repeats until you've got 12 instead of the 8. So I've got 12 repeats on there.
Shit.
And I've scooped the weave around. You want it to be, I know it comes up on the one side, but you want the loop to be quite central to the top, really. And then I'm going to take this inner wire, and I'm going to scoop it on around. I've got another little loop down. So I'm going to wrap around all of the both wires 3 times, and then I'm going to wrap once around the bottom wire.
I'm not sure I like that. Oh my god.
If I can. It's a bit awkward.
It's like
Because
too bent.
I'm going to do quite a weave across these.
Too cockeyed. It's cockeyed.
A nice long length of weaving wire. So I've gone back to my wire from the bobbin, and I'm going to cut that off. And so I've got one. I'm going to join in with the 2 repeats on the bottom wire. Just 2 wraps on the bottom wire.
Excuse me.
Slide it up. Because that was we were working on the, we were working with the shorter length from earlier. So now the weave is going to be slightly different. I'm going to bring these wires down
I think I cut too much off at the top.
and around to the bottom there. But this one is going to scoop out a little bit like further apart,
I did.
like this. And then that weave, I'm going to do like a veil weave across those two
I
wires.
cut the end wires too short.
So as we've wrapped twice around the bottom wire, we now go over the top wire. Why does that keep going out of focus? That's a bit better. So I'm going to go over the top wire.
Okay.
Try not to pull those two wires together. We want to keep
I can
that.
always add something on if I want to. What is she going to do with these?
Wire. Then we come over the bottom wire. And we
So
wrap
she's
twice.
wrapping
so
these.
Keep repeating that. Keep
She's
pushing the
wrapping
weaves
these.
together as you go. And try not to change the shape of those wires. You want them to stay like that, really.
Alright, so what am I doing? Keeping the wires away from each other.
So please
Can't
mention
believe I
me,
did
Kelly
that.
Jo's Design, when you're sharing your finished work online. Please don't share images of the back or in progress, as it gives all my little design secrets away. And I would prefer people came here and watch the video.
Don't give away
Then
the
they're automatically
design
picked. So thanks
secrets.
to everybody who does mention me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for not sharing the back. It really does mean a lot to me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Just keep weaving like that, and as you go around here,
You're not the only person I've seen do this, honey.
Together. So as you're going around
Sorry.
this tight bend, as you can see,
The big world.
the wrap tends to sit like this.
Lots of artists.
And we want more repeats on this and less repeats on this side so we can get around that bend nice. What we need to do is, get past all my tools, we need to add more wraps to the top. So instead of having 2 wraps, I'm going to add 3 to start with. And then I'm going to come round with just that 1 wrap. Then we'll go around again. And then I'll do another 3 wraps on the top wire. Keep pushing it together as you go. Then I'll come under this bottom wire. I'm going to go around the bottom wire again. And then I'll come over the top wire. And we'll do another 3 wraps, and that should level us up. Is that 3? That's leveled us up either way. So now when I go around here, the wraps should be nice and straight at this angle. So we can carry on weaving now down there. So I've wove to here. You just need to weave to here, to the bottom there, to the loop, because we're going to put the wires through the loop. So I've repeated that weave until I've reached the bottom there. I'm going to cut these 2 wires up here. These 2 tail ends need cutting off. I'm going to cut this weaving wire at the bottom here.
Oh, my nails. They're so thin, I cannot use them to push.
Press that little cut end down. Now I'm going to take these wires.
There's got to be something I can put on my thumb.
So it's all nice and compressed together. And I'm going to take these wires through that loop there at the bottom.
I'm never going to make it to the loop at the bottom because I don't have a loop at the bottom, thank goodness.
So as I pull the wires through, you need to reshape that weave. can bend the wires out to the side.
I thought I was on camera. I think I was off camera. I'm sorry.
So then when that's in place and you're happy with where the weave is, I'm going to take the shorter of those two wires and just wrap it around again. So we're just securing it around that loop at the bottom there. That's Gracie sitting her head off if you can hear her. So I'm pulling it through so it's quite tight. And that will hold that weave in place there. So then we're going to take this smaller outer wire.
I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I guess I'll figure it out in a couple minutes.
Just a little curl there. I'm going to suggest you use slightly longer wire.
It's just a figure eight.
This one, I'm bending it this side of the base. I'm going to curl it around to go this side of that curl. And this is the longer wire. Like that.
Get more DIY for your dollar right now at Michael's. Shop deals starting under $1 and find hundreds of items under $3, under $5, and under $10. Act fast. These deals won't last. Plus, here's another way to save.
The shorter wire, so I'm going to pull this one out a little bit. The shorter wire is going to go through underneath the weave, between the weave and the pendant there.
Yep, I definitely cut my wires too short.
I'm going to bend it up, and I'm going to bend it around that weave. So I'm going to suggest you have a little longer wire than me and just skew it off around that weave there. So now we'll take this wire,
Break time.
we go around the weave. I'll make it sound like it's so easy to do. So we struggle around the weave the best we can. Trying not to pull this weave too far away and trying not to squash any of that lovely weave. And then we're going to scoop it up. So I've gone around the weave and I've come this way, and then I'm going to go back through the weave. Hopefully you will have a bit more wire to play with than me, and you can bring the other wire up to follow it too.
Excuse my chewing.
And then that is going to come over into a little curl on the top there. But feel free with your slightly longer wire to do whatever you want with that wire. So this is going to be my bracelet piece. That's going to be for the Viking chain I made earlier. So I need jump rings to attach the chain to this loop. So we go into the actual loop here and the weave at the top. So I'll be joining one here with a jump ring and one here with a jump ring to make that bracelet finished. So now we just need a few clasps to finish it off. So I just attached this onto my main piece. I just wanted to see what it looked like. But now I need to take this.
Well, I can't end mine like hers because I cut my wires.
So I'm going to attach the cap
Too short.
to there. So I need to attach that jump ring to that end.
I'll go down and then I'll twirl it. I keep thinking I'm on camera and I'm not. I keep thinking the light's my camera.
And then that jump ring needs to go onto the other end. So now we have a catch there. That we can attach on and off to. And that's that done. Can finish it off slightly differently if you want to. And that different way is by doing it like this. And what I've done is I've made two smaller ones and I've put the clasp in the middle. Like that. So we've still got the Viking bracelet. It's just got a bit more movement.
I'm not making a bracelet. I'm making a pendant.
And the clasp is at the other end and not at this end.
And I think I'm ready to do my curl.
So there we have it, finished. I've oxidised mine. If you'd like to oxidise yours, I did a video on oxidising and aftercare. I'll put a link in the description below. I've added a few little
Yeah,
stones.
I'll
like
order my
pump up
pickle
there.
from Rio when I
Put
get the
down
money.
stones and beads. And I really love
Pretty
how that
soon.
has
I just
turned
got my
out.
torch. No,
That pendant
yeah, my
really
torch,
works.
my
So the other
solder,
one,
my
I added a
flux,
little,
my tick flux,
dot, little stone there.
my heat
I've done
ceramic
quite a few
tile.
videos with how I wrap these little stones, so I'll put a link to those in the description below. So I've dangled a few beads off there too, and I wrapped the frame wire around a larger size and just popped it on there. So I think that attached really nice. And the chain, when you oxidise the chain, that comes out really nice too.
Okay. So that can go back there.
So I'm really pleased with how these came
I cannot
out.
do what she did because I
And
don't
I hope you
have
don't
the
give
same size
making Viking
stone.
chains a go. I haven't made any for a while.
So at least twist that one end. Excuse me. Definitely not perfect. That's for dang sure. I wonder if I should bring it across. I wonder if I bring it down the side. I don't like it at all, honestly. I don't. not my style. There were a bunch of cabs in that order that were pretty ugly. They're just not my type of stones. I don't know what they're called. I looked up a couple of them. I found a couple of them, but that's probably why they were on clearance. Nobody bought them. But they got some really good deals on that V-Rock shop. I think with the 50% off, I think they were $35. And that probably was, what the hell was there? 40 or 50 in a bag. It's called V Rock Shop. The letter V. They're in Canton, Ohio. But they're on Facebook. And they have a website, vrockshop.com. They also have wholesale. If you have the number. I think after I curl this, I will sew it to the side. And that'll secure that. Ah, I keep bending it. I keep bending that wire. I think that's it. I think I'm going to break the wire. No, wait, I need to sew it with that. I think I need to leave the wire on there instead of putting the new piece on. So, I really don't like it, but what am I going to do? I'm going to turn it a little bit more. Can't get it. I can't grab it. Grabbing abbots. Oh my God, I'm going to have to polish it. There, that looks a little better. So we'll sew that to the edge. And And thankfully that blends in. And you learn something new every time you do a tutorial, don't you? Sure do. Oh, come on. One more ringy dingy. Little darling. Okay. Just secure that again. Gosh. And when the wire kinks up, you know about it. It just doesn't look nice. It's not as nice as I should have made it. I just can't help myself. Alright. I gotta clip this little bee. It's getting on my nerves. Okay. Thank God no one was watching. They'd have been frustrated by now. Um, I cannot get it under there. You could do it. Come on. One more time. Okay. I'm sorry how many times I kept going off camera. We could do that one more time and hide it. We did. We did. You did it with me. It's all your fault. That's the best that I could do. And we're going to cut this. And how else can we secure this? Let's see. We're going to come up under here somewhere. There we go. First your money, then your clothes. Listen, not everybody with a YouTube channel is a professional. I'm sure you've run across that before. And that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay. I need to be able. Okay, I don't think that's the wire I'm looking at right now. Okay. Now, normally I would go buff it on the wheel. Make that sucker shine. I keep thinking I'm on the damn camera and I'm not. Thank me later. I'm going to go and scrub it. I really should buff it. I really love the way they come out. Shine and buffing. I'm going to have to buff it. That's all there is to it. I just can't not buff it. Sorry, I got to go the extra mile. I like to work my wire, baby. Let's get the goodies out of the way so we can bring the buffer over. Okay. Oh, baby, I can feel that heat. Close that up a little bit here. Okay. So I got my glasses on. I really need to find some type of guard. Something that I could put in front of here to keep because it does fly up on me. I just haven't figured that part out yet. That's what it's nice to have a man around sometimes. But what are you gonna do? So it looks like this. I like it looking a little different. And this is just a little wheel. Someday maybe I'll get a high-powered one. I used to love working with my dad's when I was young. He had a big one. He made it. Put his own motor on it. Put his own belt on the table with it. It was a big one. He was a tool and die maker. He did some cool stuff. Don't know where I get it from. Oh, Papa. I love you, Papa. So it starts turning dark from the rouge, but I'll scrub all that off. I guess it's I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the dirt. I know that I need a guard in front of this grinder because I keep cutting myself. My cut's just healed. I tend to hit that grinder a lot with my pinky. I really need a creative man to work with my craft stuff with me. Pray and meditate with me. The girl can dream, can't she? She sure can. When I did my lab yesterday, I polished the lab on this. It came out so pretty. It was on the necklace, on the pendant. And I didn't even think that it was going to come out super cool looking like that. But it did. It's a beauty. She's a beauty. I remember when I was a beauty. I sure do. Driving all the old men wild. Sure miss the wild ones. Miss all my old girlfriend co-workers. They were a lot of fun. So, I'm going to buff the front of it a little bit. and then I'm going to go scrub it and come back and show you. Okay, give me a minute. I'm going to go scrub this up quickly. I use a mild scrub brush, a very soft scrub brush, and Industrial Dawn. They sell it at Lowe's. I feel like this scrub brush almost buffs it up. But I make sure that I scrub it real good all over. Scrubby-dubby-dub. Oh, ow, oh. That's a little hot. That's what she said. Oh, baby. Boy, do I love a good sparkle. Yes, I do. Oh, okay. So, we're going to use this pretty new flour towel and get the moisture off of this. It's not done yet. Right? It's not done. Just give me a minute here. I'll show you something. I'll show you my final stage, dagnabbit. Let me turn the camera this way a little. We're going to lay this down, and we are going to get my antique polishing rag. It's very old. And look at it now. See? Now watch. Can't find these rags anywhere. It was in my mom's old jewelry box in a plastic bag. It was one of my stepdads. And I can't find this brand anywhere. They don't exist anymore. Now let me just push this down with the rag. Make sure everything's in place. So after I do it that way, then I do it with my fingers. I'm also going to take that awl again and straighten out these. See how shiny it is now? I'm going to straighten out the little loops a little bit just to make sure they're all pulled in nice. The awl is what I use to make them even. She didn't do that, but I did do that. And once again, I'm going to go rinse it off again because I've got the rouge from the rag on it now. That really, the rag is amazing. Wish I could find more of these. All right, let me rinse it one more time. Put my beautiful rag away. I love that thing. See all the rouge that comes off of that rag? So it definitely comes off red at the sink, so definitely have to give it a double rinse. Okay. Now, I'm gonna dry it up again. Make sure all my loops are pushed into place. I'm buffing it around like a wild woman. What can I say? Some things never change. Okay. So after I dry it a second time, buff it a second time, I take my auto rag. You get these at Walmart. I use these for all my computers too. And then I give it a final buffing. And I don't grab it again with my fingers. I hold it with the rag. And I buff it again. And it comes out just amazing. Shiny and gorge. See how red my hands are now from using the buffing rag. And there you have it. It's nothing like hers. Hers was a bracelet. She don't want me showing the back. So I might have during the making of it, but so she wants people to come to her channel. It's Kelly Jones Jewelry with 2 L's. She does really beautiful work. I just couldn't follow along with her. And I used an awl to do my loops to try to make them uniform. I don't know if I did a great job or not, but when I used the awl to wrap with, I held it like this and I used the very bottom of it so that all my loops were the same because this kind of goes up a little bit. So that's what I did to make the lace loops there. And the buffing machine helps. I know a lot of people don't do that to their wire wrapping, but I'm not most people, so there you have it. I'm out of rose gold chains. The rose gold always looks nice on the copper. I do have a bunch of chains over here. I also have a black cords. I think I'll put, I need to order more chains. I go through them like water. I have so many racks of necklaces. I think I'll put that on it. This gives it a nice finishing touch. And you know, I don't know about my loop being in that direction. I don't know. Maybe I should twist that a little. Well, I'll let the person figure it out that buys it. So I don't know what this stone is. It's like a red burgundy. I don't know what they are. You know, I think a lot of people, even though I got this from a place that buys from all the mines, You never know when who their supplier is. You know, these could be those man-made ones that they make out of glass or something, but I guess we'll never know. It's supposed to be authentic, but I don't know what to call that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry I was out of camera a lot. Get distracted. Thank you. Ciao. Ciao, Bella.